Yeah. Hello, 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 you guys. It's another night in the studio. That's right. Just gonna turn the volume down on my phone because every night around this time, the whole family is chatting about their day and stuff, so it's really nice. But not while I'm on live. They should all be watching me here. Anyway, hello everybody, it's Nikki with Create with Nikki, and tonight we're doing a little chatting while I paint. I am painting on small canvas bags tonight. Here's a sample of what we're painting. Hello, 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 KK. So these are some that are already done. Um, these are going to be for the event coming up. Uh, I'm not doing a lot of them because I don't know how well they're going to be accepted there. So I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 bags that I'm painting for this event. We also had a little dinner on the beach evening, night, basically. We got there at like 7. I think it was close to 7 o'clock tonight. So yeah, just a little bit of studio time tonight. This is episode 137, so that's exciting. So let me just show you guys. I may look a little windblown just because literally we just came home from the beach about an hour ago and I had to go help um, friend of ours get some stuff out for her trash tonight. She couldn't pick some things up, so we helped her with that, and then we came home. I came down here to start working and gathering all my stuff that I needed to work tonight. And yeah, and then get this ready. So you guys don't see all the behind the scenes, but putting together what I'm going to show you guys and how I'm going to do it and all that, it's a process. So, oh, 1 hour later, here I am. All right, so we went to the beach and I'm just going to pop up some pictures. Just to let you know that we do live really close to the beach. There's me and my husband. That's Freddie. You guys don't get to see him here often, but yeah, that's him. And we had a good time. It was quite windy, and let me see if I can show you the waves. This doesn't even do it justice because the waves were huge tonight. So anyway, that's good. That's what we did. Decided to, we actually decided this morning that we would go to the beach. Our, we have, thanks. I think that we do the same, like, pose every time. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, the beach, I mean, it is beautiful, and we were like the only people on that part of the beach, so it was really nice, but the ocean was really, really loud. I wish I would have taken a video, but I didn't get that on there. So anyway, I'll pull those down. But the ocean was super loud, and I'm like, it is really loud here on the beach. So we went to Publix, which is a very popular grocery chain store here, and we grabbed what they call the pub sub. I got a sub, and we ate on the beach tonight and watched some birds. And yeah, I didn't even stick my feet in the water. There was no way. There was so much beach gone. One of the things here is we get a lot of beach erosion when the storms come in or when the winds are rough and all of that. So, I mean, there was plenty of beach, but it had a big drop off, and I'm not going to go down the drop off just to go put my feet in the water. Plus, it was really rough. So, I did get a picture of Freddie down by the beach. I didn't include it in here, but I mean, maybe I can show you guys. I think I got one picture of him down, and nah, it's not that great of a picture. Unless y'all want to see it. Do y'all want to see it? Let me know. Um, yeah, the waves they don't look like they were big, but they were pretty big. There was a red flag out. So let me just close some of these screens that I have open. I'm trying to catch up on my thumbnails to put them up. Just playing catch up a little bit. What else did I do today? Oh, I know what I did. I worked on something that I've been working on for a while and finally got everything set up, that I now have affiliate links on Amazon. So when I'm talking about some products and stuff that I use, you can be able to go to the website and go on the things we love, and you'll be able to find them there currently. Um, and we'll end up linking them on here eventually when I talk about different things. So that's really cool that I finally got that done, and it took a little process, setting up the account and putting in all my business information and such. So yay! So we'll talk more about that another time. I just want to sit here and paint. So I'm going to take my magic fingers here and whoosh, there we go. Down to the tabletop. So this is a closer view of the bags. Now these bags are also going to get a iron-on patch here. I have to add those, all the ones that we're doing like this with the castle paintings. Then I did paint this one. Actually, I painted it on a beach, not the beach here, but on the west coast of Florida. Um, we live on the east coast of Florida, really close to the beach. It's like, I don't know, really close to us. And I think it's like maybe a 10-minute drive um, to the beach that we went to tonight. But anyway, so we live close to the beach, so I do a lot of beachy vibe things. I do have beachy vibe bookmarks coming out that I'm working on doing that I did in watercolor. Those are going to be coming out soon. But these I have to have ready, and I have like 5 days to get all this stuff done, and I don't know how I'm going to actually get everything done in 5 days, but we're going to try. So I am going to actually um, do some more castle pieces here as part of my Disney collection. And I try to take a look at different castles, not necessarily Disney castles, but just castles in general. Um, so, so I'm just going to, I'm going to pull up on my computer some references so I can see some different castles and such. And, even the Disney castles are all different, which is really fun. But, yeah, so maybe I should do a collection of them. I mean, the one that I already did, this one's I don't even know. This is kind of Cinderella Castle, like here in Florida. But it doesn't have the pink on it. So they just actually repainted the castle in Orlando. So, fun fact. I'm going to try to get this camera so I'm not moving it around too much. Sorry if that's making you feel a little woozy. Oh, there we go. All right. So I'm going to just sketch out, and I usually tend to sketch out a little bit of the castle work just because I like to have something to go by. It's not always the the castles are not always the same, and especially even at Disney parks, they're always different and they make them different. Um, there are also different princesses in the castles. So Cinderella's castle is in Orlando. There's just a different castle everywhere. So the castle, I think let's see, um, the castle in Hong Kong is really pretty. I have been to Disneyland Paris, and that castle's really fun. I love their landscaping at Disneyland Paris. Just one major reason is because I love the different plants that they have in Paris. So let's do Shanghai. Shanghai's castle is more like a mansion style castle. So I think I'm going to do that one on here. And when I sketch these out, you may not even see it. Let's see if I can bring you down a little bit close. Let's see if this works. Move the cameras around and not let them swing around. There it goes. All right. So, let me move these over. These are the extra ones. So I'm going to just sketch on the basic shape of the castle in here and do that. And then fill it in. It's not going to be exact because I don't want to do an exact replica of the castle. But I think castles are probably one of my favorite things to actually draw because I think they're, for one, who doesn't love a nice castle? And for two, they they do show a lot of character, and I really like architecture. Um, when I was younger, I actually um, had a drafting class and loved it. Loved it a lot, and entered a regional and state competition for architectural design. So, so drawing buildings and things like that is not new to me. I have been doing it since I was a kid. And I just think that buildings are just so much fun. And yeah, so I'm not going to do this one exact, but I'm going to get some of these turrets in here. And when you paint on canvas, because it is such a rough surface, there's a lot to think about because the actual surface can be where, sorry, I got drawing here. You can get some rough edges, and I like to have clean edges on my drawings, but sometimes they're not as clean as I would want them to be. So, like I said, I'm not going to do this like completely the same. And it's fun fact too, is that here in our neighborhood, and actually 2 doors down from us here, we actually have a castle. We have several castles in our neighborhood. And it's like we live in a fairy tale. Sometimes I think I do. So much fun to be able to do what I do and be a full-time artist. And that's ultimately was my goal as a kid. And here I am. I'm a full-time artist making art. I mean, when I was a kid, there was no YouTube, but yeah, y'all get the idea. So I'm just gonna put one more turret here. And bring this one down. Then I'll add in just vegetation around. This is similar to the Shanghai Disneyland Castle, but I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Now, the markers that I'm using are acrylic markers, and technically I use a different kind of marker for this one. So I got in recently these TBC, have no clue, acrylic paint markers. And we're going to be using those tonight. This castle, I'm gonna make it kind of a rose goldish color. So I'm gonna do some of these tones in the buildings in the rose gold. And this is just literally, it's going to be referenced these shapes and tones in here because I don't want it to be exactly the same, but it will be similar. And yes, I've already put blue on here. And I'm gonna have to go over it a couple times for sure. So if you are catching me live, that's exciting. Happy y'all are here. And if you're catching this on the replay, I'm happy you were able to find it on the replay. Now, usually in the castles, you'll see that they are bricks. So one thing that's really cool about when you're looking, if you have been to Disney, the bricks will also show you an illusion that it is taller than it actually is, the buildings. So the way they do that is they have the bricks on the bottom are bigger. They're bigger at the base of the castle, and as they go up, they get smaller. So it gives you the illusion that the castle is actually bigger than what it is. So that's a fun fact for you guys. I shouldn't put the markers back. I'm going to leave them out. And then, so I know which ones I use for what. So the turrets on these have a bright blue roof or shingles on the roofs. So I'm going to use this blue. None of these markers actually tell me what color they are, so I'm going to guess that this is pretty much like a cobalt blue that I'm using. And yeah, so I'm going to go in and do all the little roof lines in this blue first. And so far, I'm kind of liking these on the fabric. The other ones that I have, they are a way thinner point to them, which I'm kind of missing because I want some fine line details, and I may actually grab them. They're right here by my feet, actually. So I might actually grab them for little detail stuff and just a bit. I just want to get these base colors in, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, I've had a semi-relaxing day. Slept in, sat on the couch, made some phone calls, caught up with some people on the phone. Did that. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta relax. And Sunday, we usually have a very relaxing Sunday. I'm gonna pull that over to here. So it's pretty cute, right? So far? Did y'all have a great Sunday this Sunday? Yes. Hope so. Um, I love it when I get some stuff done. I also made some lists today, trying to catch up on that stuff. We've had a very busy, yay, you like it. We've had a very busy month so far. So it's always like, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that and I gotta go, go, go. Um, grab this stuff. Hold on. I grab these other paint markers. Grabbing some other markers here. And when I say markers, they are real paint. It's not, they're not like magic markers. They're actually paint markers. So these you have to shake. The other ones, the newest ones I have that I just did all this with, you don't have to shake them. So, kind of cool. Well, I haven't even used this one. It's a brand new one. So I always have a little scrap paper on the side. And that is way darker than I thought, but I do need some dark edges in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just do these dark edges with this fine marker. So you can see that there. Let me see. I want to move some stuff around here. And we'll take that. And we're going to take this. Trying to get my references on the screen a little bit better. There we go. So I'm going to outline all the roof lines with the dark marker. So these have such a small tip that it catches onto the fabric a lot more. So yeah. Um, yeah. Trying to get this going. Hopefully I'm still alive. Yeah, you've had a busy weekend too, huh, Kate? You're just like me, always busy, busy, busy. Work's never ending. At least it feels that way sometimes. But the reward is always better. So keep that in mind. So yeah, so these are kind of more on the graphic level of art. I'm not doing super details on them. They it's just to have like a reference of this is a castle. I plan to, when we go on vacation next, we're going to go actually see some real castles. That's part of my vacation. So, trying to get all that planned out too. Get some of the people that help me out with my business and also my personal world and such. I have house sitters and email checkers and different people helping me out. So when we go on vacation, it's a whole process. So, but it's nice that we have people that we can have close by that can take care of stuff for us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just drop in some of this foliage down here so I know where the references are for the bushes. Um, yes, and when we go on vacation, we will be far, far away. So, I mean, I still will be working, but not every day. I will still be trying to go live for you guys every day. So, stay tuned. One of those important things that I had mentioned about um, doing some um, remote live broadcast. So I'm going to take you guys along for the ride with us. Just going to go in and touch a little bit lighter green on these bushes just to give them shadows and depth. And it's literally just a touch of the green, light green. And let me go back to the castle part. This castle is kind of beige. And it's very fun that I have beige markers. It has some beige areas, so hopefully this, oh yeah, look at that. I'm not even testing these markers before I'm putting them on, which is not my normal. I usually test out all the colors ahead of time, but like I said, these actual paint markers are new to my world. So they they're doing pretty good. The colors are okay, I think. And the one thing about when you're using the acrylic markers, you can go over the pencil marks pretty easy and they will just disappear, which is always fun that they disappear. So a lot of times when you go over a light color over the dark color, you don't get quite the same effect that you would think. But these are doing pretty good. And I'm just going in and touching a little bit of this beige here and there. Might have to go over it a couple times. And by the way, I do have inside, because I know that this paint will go through the fabric. I have, let's see if you can see it, this little plastic liner inside there. So the paint is not going to mess up and go through to the back side of this. Yeah, well, I kind of like these. Now I bought these for my event that I do with the Downtown Development Authority, so it's kind of fun to actually use them because I don't normally get to use these. I usually have special ones that I use, which are these other ones, these here. So I'm using both tonight. And sometimes you have to go over it a couple times. And make it stand out a little bit more. It's really cute. It's coming along, coming along. I'm actually going to take and go in with a white marker and just do a couple little highlights here and there. Like I said, this is not an exact replica. It's just a reference to the castle. Kind of making up parts of it on my own here at this point. I'm gonna put in the middle of where the doorway is here, the big arch. I'm gonna use like this raspberry color and fill that in. So, what else do we want to do to get this looking better? I think that I'm going to take and go to the fine liner and go to a darker mauve color. See if I can wake this marker up. You can hear it. Shake, shake, shake. So hopefully everything's tuning in for you guys. I'm gonna shut down some of my pages here because I've got a lot of things open. A lot. So, I mean, way too many things up. So this is a darker pink. I am going to, this one that you have to prime. So I'm priming it over here. And this is where I'm going to try to put little lines to reference the bricks. Oh, this one's actually almost the same color. I thought it was going to be darker. It is very similar. Let's see if I can go darker than that. And I don't have all these paint markers here because I have some of them I've got put away because I'm doing a commission piece. So the markers that I'm using for that commission piece, I have them with the commission piece. Wait. So what color is this? So if you are tuning in live, thank you. If you are new here, consider subscribing. We come on here live every day. And always fun to have new subscribers. We've gotten some new subscribers this week and this weekend, so it's very exciting. So thank you all to my new subs out there. We're getting there. We've got all kinds of fun planned, so stay tuned for all of that. And I'm just really excited to finally, like I was saying earlier, finally getting the affiliate links done for my Amazon stuff. That has been something I've been working on for like, I don't know, a couple months or so. Somebody I do private classes for, she's like, "Why you have your links and all, but you should be use an affiliate program." So I started working on it, and then I had to stop, and now it's up. So I'm excited. So you'll have to go to my website to find that out. tinydoors.org. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just giving it little touches of a darker pink just to reference kind of like having bricks there. So that's just what I'm doing at this point. And that turned out pretty good. I'm going to go back in with this same pink that we had before and just go and touch it again. Anywhere that I got too dark, you can always go back over it with the other opposite color. So if you get some little spots that are just a little too dark, you can go back over it. That's one thing that's great about acrylic paint. You can just cover it up with acrylic paint. With oil paint, not so easy, not so forgiving on that part. So, yeah. I wonder if I don't think that I have a gold, but we're gonna try. I know I don't have one in the new color, so I think that maybe this one is gold. Maybe this one. It will give me the gold look. So at the top of all of these, we're just gonna go over it with gold. And this is the closest thing to gold. Oh my goodness, you know what? Wait, I got new gold. markers. I forgot. Are these are high gloss. Um, I got these new paint pens. They are high gloss paint. And I'm going to, why not try them on here? So I have two different kinds. Let's test it. Oh, these are going to be way too big. I got two new packs of gold or metallic. Oh yeah, that's way too big. Not this one. It's this one. They look like this. High gloss liquid mirror pens. You have to prime them. Shake my brain. Good. And they smell terrible. Let's see. This is the one I want. That is a pretty good one. So it should give me the shiny gold that I'm looking for. Maybe. I don't know. I've never used it on fabric. I have tested it on wood and some other things. On fabric, it might not give me as shiny as I want, it looks like. Maybe we have to do 2 coats. No, it's not as shiny, but it does show gold. It is golden color. It is not shiny on fabric. Maybe I have to wait and do another coat on it. We'll see. So this one is nearly done. I do want to have another contrast down at the arch at the bottom, and I think that I'm going to give it some more grass in the foreground, and maybe we need to have a little pathway. So if I go here and just add some grass on each side. And show these little hills here. Now these little bags can be used for a lot of different things. They could be used for, let's say, you want to use it for your makeup or makeup brushes, maybe small paint brushes. You can use it for all different things. Maybe you are an event person that you need to have a little money bag at your event to collect money in. Maybe you just need it for traveling and you're going to maybe put some toiletries in there, or maybe you put it in your bag, your carry-on bag or your backpack, and you basically put in maybe your cables for your devices, your cell phone or whatever you need to charge. Maybe if you're traveling and you need to charge something, um, these little bags are ideal for that, especially if you're going on vacation and you might be going to see a castle. Just saying. You might want to use this for your castle trip. I kind of want to. This one is really pretty. I'm kind of loving this one. I try not to make duplicates of art. I like to have unique things, but this one is really making me happy. Maybe one day I'll actually put another microphone. Y'all should hear the ASMR sounds that are going on when I'm painting, if you're into that. I think ASMR is very relaxing to listen to. Depends on also who's doing it, of course. I'm using this other paint markers in here with this lighter tone. The other one soaked in so much. I might have to do it again. Because it is acrylic paint, it does seep into the fabric. So if you are looking um, to paint on fabric, and if you're doing small paintings, now, I mean, this will just give you an idea of the size of this. Actually, I can show you the size of it. Where's my roller? This painting is approximately 3.5 inches, almost 4 inches wide, and the height on this one is about 3.5. So let's just say it's around 3.5 by 3.5 inches. So that's pretty small. It's kind of tiny. So hopefully, maybe this inspires you to do some miniature art. Now I do have, I'm going to be actually working on at some point, maybe tomorrow, some miniature canvases I'm working on. Um, oh, this is really soaking into this fabric. So I will be painting on miniature canvases. I'm really loving doing the little castles. Tiny castles, guys. Tiny castles. I'm loving it. So hopefully everything is nice and clear for you guys too, because I can't tell on here. I'm just trying to see it on the TV as I'm chatting with you guys. Yeah, it's doing fine. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to fill this in here and here on the sides. I'm going to let this lighter color dry for a little bit and soak in. And let's go back to the green. So that's one of the things about working on small paintings is that you might have to wait and let it dry a little bit because this is not treated or gessoed. I did pre-do some blue backgrounds on this, but I did not gesso this ahead of time. So it's, should I have done that? Maybe. But it's really not necessary to do that. It is raw canvas. Ultimately, yeah, maybe. Maybe it should have had a little bit more going on. So what I'm doing currently is I'm just going in and adding in some more of the grasses here. I'm going to leave a little gap here because obviously the castle needs to have a moat. I mean, I guess there are castles without moats, but it's more exciting if the castle has a moat. So I'm just going and gonna apply that and just some darker elements in here of the green. This is loosely based on the Shanghai Disneyland Castle. Um, it has references of the Disneyland Castle, but it's not necessarily the Disneyland Castle. So I'm going to just go in with some blue for the moat. Excuse me. And this one's almost done, guys. If I could paint this fast every day, that would be great. I mean, I guess I could, but I do have other things going on, so I can't always be painting every day. This is my drawbridge. I'm literally drawing a drawbridge, painting a drawbridge. I'm gonna go in and touch a little bit of lighter blue on this moat just to lighten it up. I tend to do almost always my darkest value in color first and then add lighter values over that. So, so that way you get a little bit more depth in your paintings. So, with that, we're going to go back in. You guys should see how many colors I've used on this painting. I'm going to add some more greens into these little mounds of grass. And just tapping it across the pathway here. Just adding in different shades of green. Oh, so when we go to the beach, there's a long boardwalk to get to the beach, where we go, and Freddie was like, "Look at all the colors," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's green." And of course, I can see all the different values of green there, but I'm just messing with him a little bit. There's a line of mangroves there, and it is really nice. The light was hitting it really good. So I was messing around with Freddie. I'm like, it's just green. It's funny because green is one of my favorite colors. So didn't see a lot of seagulls at the beach today. We actually saw a lot of not ravens, but we don't have really ravens here. They were like greckles is what the bird's called, or all. So we saw some of those. And one little piper bird out there digging around in the seaweed. That's what they were doing. We've had we get a lot of seaweed here. Um, at certain times of the year, it gets worse than others. Oh, look, somebody at the event actually pushed the thing all the way in there. Let's see if I can get it out with some tweezers. tiny little tweezers here. Try to pull this out of here. I don't know. They may have messed up my marker. I might have to take it apart. I hope not. Don't really know if I can even take these markers apart. Probably not. Sorry, I'm not doing it on camera because I can't. It's not coming out. Maybe I just use a knife and get in there. And there it goes. This is what I ended up using, this clay tool with this blade. Okay, got the nib out. Clean up my stuff here. Take the paint off of it. So, sometimes things get messed up a little bit. I'm just going in with a light green just to give highlights on everything. And by the time I finish these little highlights on the bushes and the grassy areas, this white is hopefully soaked in and dried enough, and I can add a little bit more of that. And I'm going to do one more shade of light blue over the moat. Usually the moats, I mean, technically the water is not blue, but for the sake of Fantasyland, um, my moats that I do are gonna be blue. So I think that's good for that. I'm gonna go in with that really light. Actually, did I even have? I don't think I have my white regular paint marker here. This one. This is a cream color. It's the lightest color I have here right now. I don't think I have. Oh, I do have a white in the other marker. We'll try that too. I'm going to go over it again with this cream color, and you'll see that it should stand out even more because you're putting another layer on top. I'm just framing in around the windows. Um, with the cream color as if they have like a light stone around the windows. Oh, that came out fast. I hope you guys are enjoying this creative late night Sunday night episode. It is Sunday night, right? It's Sunday still. Sunday night episode here in the studio with me. Sometimes I don't know what I'm actually going to create and what I'm not. So tonight, this is it. We're making tiny castles. And I only have how many more of these to do? 1, 2, 3 more. So what I'm going to try to do is these windows need to be a different color, but I don't want to get them too dark. Maybe they go in this color. Thanks. You like it? Um, want this kind of a light color. I'm just going to touch the inside of where the windows are with this. I mean, technically, like the glare on a window, the color of that glare would be white. It's like a little white light within the window. Um, and in this case, I'm making it a little bit of a darker, like beigey gray color. And one thing I think I'm going to also do is to go in and touch a little bit of white. This is actually white in these little bricks and such down the facade of the castle. Just lighten it up in some of the darker spots. And I'm going to give it um, also a little bit more line work around the edges. Just to give it a little bit more definition in there. And this one's almost done. It's almost, it's almost done. It's almost done. What color do I want to do it with one of the markers, paint markers that is a really thin line, but that's too dark. Trying to find like my lightest of colors. And the thing is that the colors that you see on the caps of these markers are not always the color that comes out. Just to let you know, it's not always the same color that comes out. Um, Let me prime this one. This one definitely. Gonna drop it on. This one's a little bit better. Let me try this color. I just want to go and give these straight lines some more definition. Try to make them visible. And these are just the little tiny detail touches that I'm doing at this point. Just going in just to define the edges. So when I do finally go on vacation and plan I plan to actually paint while I'm away. Um, I actually have art supplies there. Um, so it's kind of funny because everywhere I vacation or I go and travel to, I have a set of art supplies in each place. So I'm never without art supplies. Now, when we travel locally, I carry them with me, and yeah. So, and when we fly out to places, that's where I have I have my supplies everywhere. I just make sure that they're there and our family, that when we visit, they actually have them in storage for us. And Freddie sometimes makes art while he's away too when we're on vacations. So and then sometimes we make paintings for the family too. I'm actually working on a painting that I've been working on forever, right? Right, KK? Um, I've been working on that painting forever for her, and I'm gonna get it done this year. My next trip, that painting is number one. When I get it done. Just gonna go, I'm gonna try to lighten up the little turrets here. Just a touch of light color here and there. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, maybe. No, for real. For real. I'm gonna get that done for you. I have yours to do. I have one for Amy to do. Trying to get that one done too. So I think everybody, if they want commission pieces, y'all ain't gotta send me that stuff now. Get on my list. And yes, I do commissions, small commissions. Um, even though the one I'm referring to that I really need to get done for KK here is um, quite large. It's like a 3-foot painting. Eventually, I will be doing, hopefully, eventually and hopefully, I'll be doing another mural, flying out for that. I don't know if it's going to happen right now. It may be a later date. So I do have a mural commission piece that I need to do too. But I'm waiting for the client. When they're ready, they'll let me know. All right, I think this one's done, guys. What do you think? Do you love it? I think I like it better than the first one that I did. This is the first one. Here's the second one. It's a pinky castle. So I'm gonna lift the camera up a little bit here. You guys can see these are all the colors. Wait, the camera's still moving, sorry. These are all the colors that I used in this painting. Sorry, the camera's wiggling so much. Yeah, they are, right? Thank you. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 22, 22 colors for this one. But it turned out pretty cute. I'm happy with this one. I'm going to show you guys what they're all going to have. Oh, let me get the box. I have a project box. This box here is all the stuff for this event coming up. So all the materials that I have for it are all in here. So now this piece here, I'm gonna move this back a little. This is going to get an iron-on transfer, and I think maybe Let's see which one I want to do. I think it's going to be this one. Let me see all the colors I have. Oh, I do have a white one. Okay. So, a little bit. So I have this with the pink accent. You have to let me know which one you like better. So is it this one with the pink? Okay, that's number one. And then, or this one with the white one. Let me know which one do you think. Now the pink on camera is showing up a little bit more fluorescent like kind of than what it is, but it's a lighter pink. So, and then the white one, I don't know which one I want. So that's for that one. And this one here, for this one, I have just a purple. And let me see what else color do I have. Trying to pull them all out of here. I think I had more than this, but maybe I'm running low. I have a purple, or should it be white? No, this one doesn't look as good. I don't think the pink ones are good. I have a blue. Hot pink is not the right color for that. I do have, and that's the purple bow. That one, but I don't think that one referenced too well. Um, and then this one's not gonna be the right. I don't think that one goes. No. I think it might just be the purple. So it'll just be this. Hmm. So I think I'll go with the purple one on this one, and then with this one. Oh, do I like that? Or do I like this? Hmm. I don't know. I think this one. But I kind of wanted to do this one more, the Disneyland Paris one. Unless I do this one. I'm looking back and forth. The white or the pink? Maybe we do the white. I don't know. The pink really looks cute. Okay, this one's gonna get pink. Alright, so that one's gonna go with this one. Alright. So I'm not gonna paint any more of these tonight. I think I'm gonna call it a night. So I'm happy you guys got to join me. I have been on here for a little bit. Yay, I got a new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you. I was worried that I was going to be on that 6-7 number forever. My kids at the school will still do that. So, yay. Thank you. Thank you for my subscriber number 68 tonight. I really appreciate that. So these are the ones I got done. So I'm gonna iron these on. I thought about sewing these, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. So we have the first one. So do you like the first one with the purple? And then here's the one we did tonight. Yay! I'm really loving that one. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Sometimes I just surprise myself. Yay, 6 8, 6 8, 6 8. So when the kids were all doing the whole 6 7 thing, so here let's do the magic fingers. Let's get back to the regular camera. So when the kids were all into that whole 6 7 thing, um, they would not stop. I mean, it was like at the beginning of school year. And so they have calmed down with it now. They still every once in a while have doing a little reference of it. And so I told them, I said, "Do you know what the hungriest number is?" And they're like, "What? A hungry number?" I said, "Yeah, the hungriest number is 7, because 7, 8, 9." So there's my funny joke for the kids. Anyway, it's always fun when you can joke around with them, and yeah. So yeah. So yay, 68. Look, this is gonna be so cute with the little mouse thing. And I don't know. I always paint stuff and I'm like, I'm never selling that. I love it so much. And sometimes I hold on to it for a little while and I got tears because that was really funny. 789. Sometimes I crack myself up. And plus maybe I'm a little tired and delusional at this point in the day. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in and sticking with me to the end of this video. If you want to consider subscribing, you can use that QR code somewhere somewhere over here. That takes you, I actually updated that this past week. So it will take you to all my social channels and things like that. So thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications because I do come out here every day and I have a schedule. Let's do the big quotes. I have a schedule, but one day I will actually be on schedule. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys very much. And so, like it, share it, and all that. Your bell's ringing. Your bell is ringing. You rang your bell? Aw. So that's how you know I'm on here every time. I think you're like number one in my chats. So thanks. Thanks. That's what happens. You guys ring the bell so you can be number one in the chats if you can keep up with Katie. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Good night. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Whenever you're watching this, I really appreciate it. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye bye. What happened? Okay. Talk to you later. I'm sorry. Katie's still going. Good night, guys. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.